G'day YouTube, it's DanilROC and I'm back with the next part in DanilROC Continues, playing Dear Esther. Wonderful, more caves. Alrighty. Hopefully we're on our way out of these caves now. Been down here for quite enough time to be severely spooked out by kryptonite and come to the conclusion that I am indeed Superman. As great as my sense of direction might be, or that I boast it might be, not a clue where I am at all whatsoever. I found the guy who's planted all of these indefinitely burning candles. Hello, mister. You have some chainmail armor by the look of it. Or not. Is that a head? Let's no longer look at that cap. Cool. Nice chill evening music for chillaxing time. Alrighty, gonna go to the right. Which I'm not sure if that's...
I wish I could have known Donnelly in this place.
Yeah.
We would have had so much to debate.
That's right.
Did he paint these stones or did I? Who left the pots in the hut by the jetty? Who formed the museum under the sea? Who fell silently to his death into the frozen waters? Who erected this godforsaken aerial in the first place? Did this whole island rise to the surface of my stomach, forcing the gulls to take flight?
The aerial's where I'm trying to go. Is that just like human nature and therefore everyone tries to go there, everyone who ends up here? This looks kind of cool. It's like one of those challenges from Survivor. I'm sure you guys know the show Survivor. Yeah? You have to like run in and out, get stuff off a plank, and bring it back while the tide comes in or goes out or whatever, makes it more difficult. Ooh. That looks like a car. That's also a car. Door.
For fire and soil, I chose fire.
Barrel of a
gun. It seemed more contemporary of the options, the more sanitary. I could not bear the thought of the reassembly of such a ruin.
Okay.
Stitching arm to shoulder and femur to hip, charting a line of thread like traffic stilled on a motorway, making it all acceptable for tearful aunts and traumatized uncles flown in specially for the occasion. Reduce to ash, mix with water, make a phosphorescent paint for rocks and ceiling.
Wow. 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 Not, sick one. Sprint is still not existent. It hurts since I slid down that mountainous mountain. I slid down the mountainous mountain. Yes, indeed I did. Alrighty. Let's ignore that. IRL. Alright. I love these candles. They're so bright and burning and nice. Oh, beautiful moon. It's so big in the sky. I'm gonna imagine it's behind this rock. Now I'm quite done with inside caves for now. It's nighttime, so it's just as dark out here as it is in there, and the moon has disappeared behind some clouds by the look of it. Much
There were chemical stains on the tarmac. The leak of air conditioning, brake fluid and petrol. He kept sniffing at his fingers as he sat by the roadside, waiting as if he couldn't quite understand or recognize their smell.
Who?
He said he'd been travelling back from a sales conference in Exeter. He'd stopped for farewell drinks earlier, but had kept a careful eye on his intake. You could hear the sirens above the idling traffic.
Well, of course you could hear the sirens above the idling traffic. Do you know what idling traffic sounds like? It's very quiet. It's idling. That's, yeah. There's the moon. Wonderful. Well, hopefully we can just rest in this cabin.
From here, I can see my armada. I collected all the letters I'd ever meant to send to you, if I'd have ever made it to the mainland, but had instead collected at the bottom of my rucksack, and I spread them out along the lost beach. Then I took each and every one, and I folded them into boats. I folded you into the creases, and then, as the sun was setting, I set the fleet to sail. Shattered into 21 pieces, I consigned you to the Atlantic, and I sat here until I'd watched all of you sink.
That's quite sad, really. So, is this about that guy whose name started with a D? He would appear to be my friend who was lost. Ah, I would have missed that. That looks a bit spooky. I'm gonna go up. Oh! Oh! It's within my reach now! Oh! So, going through those caves that drop me down like 20 kilometers into the earth. Huge exaggeration. They allowed me to get to the other side. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Sort of. We'll pretend it does. Thump, 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 thump. It's very tiring
I will
walking
drag
up
my
these
leg behind
cliffs.
me. I will drag it like a crumpled hatchback, tires blown and sparking across the dimming lights of my vision. I'm running out of painkillers and am following the flicker of the moon home. When Paul keeled over dead on the road to Damascus, they restarted his heart with the jump leads from a crumpled hatchback. It took 21 attempts to convince it to wake up.
Wow. Is there a guy over there? Is it a guy? Is that a character? Hello? Sir? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me, sir? Sir? Is he still there? Yeah, sort of. I think. Mainly. Up we go. Oh, damn it. How do I get up there? I'm definitely backtracking. The chills are back.
I've begun my voyage in a paper boat without a bottom.
Logic.
I will fly to the moon in it. I've been folded along a crease in time, a weakness in the sheet of life.
So much logic.
Now you've settled on the opposite side of the paper to me. I can see your traces in the ink that soaks through the fiber, the pulped vegetation. When we become waterlogged and the cage disintegrates, we will intermingle. When this paper aeroplane leaves the cliff edge and carves parallel vapor trails in the dark, we will come together.
And if he was prating on his journey, if he was pacing on his journey, prating on his journey, I'm on a journey, definitely. Come near to us. And now I can hear weird echoing. Wonderful! Back to the horror concept game, I see. Purple, Twilight Zone. Alright, Legend of Zelda,
If
Twilight
only Donnelly
Princess.
had experienced this, he would have realized he was his own shoreline, as am I. Just as I am becoming this island, so he became his syphilis, retreating into the burning synapses, the stones, the infection.
It said something about eating people, I think. This game's scaring the lights out of me. Shh. Hopefully we can get reception nearer to this. Because then we can, okay, listen. Okay.
The stones in my stomach will weigh me down and ensure my descent is true and straight. I will break through the fog of these godforsaken pills and achieve clarity. All my functions are clogged, all my veins are choked. If my leg doesn't rot off before I reach the summit, it will be a miracle. There are 21 connections in the circuit diagram of the anti-lock brakes. There are 21 species of gull inhabiting these islands. It is 21 miles between the Sandford Junction and the turn-off for home. All these things cannot, will not be a coincidence.
Why? That you just pulled 3 completely random facts out of midair and said that they were related. Not sure if you heard that. Just a big gulp. Getting very scared.
I have dredged these waters for the bones of the hermit, for the traces of Donnelly, for any sign of Jakobsen's flock, for the empty bottle that would incriminate him. I have scoured this stretch of motorway 21 times, attempting to recreate his trajectory. The point when his heart stopped dead and all he saw was the moon over the Sandford Junction. He was not drunk, Esther. He was not drunk at all, and it was not his fault. It was the converging lines that doomed him. This is not a recorded natural condition. The gulls do not fly so low over the motorway and cause him to swerve. The paint scored away from his car in lines like an infection, making directly for the heart.
Oh. Wow. This game's getting really intense. Ignore that. Jeez. Some gate, like, swaying in the wind, banging closed on itself. Ah, it's making my spine shiver. I don't know why I had a goal to get here. I don't know what I was trying to achieve. I thought that this would be closer to, you know, humanity.
We will leave twin vapor trails in the air. White lines etched into these rocks.
Okay. White lines etched. Okay, yep, there were 2 of them already, so I can see them.
Dear Esther, I have burnt my belongings, my books, this death certificate. Mine will be written all across this island.
Okay.
Who was Jakobsen? Who remembers him? Donnelly has written of him, but who was Donnelly? Who remembers him? I have painted, carved, hewn, scored into this space all that I could draw from him.
Yes.
There will be another to these shores to remember me. I will rise from the ocean like an island without bottom, come together like a stone, become an aerial, a beacon, that they will not forget you. We've always been drawn here. One day the gulls will return and nest in our bones and our history. I will look to my left and see Esther Donnelly flying beside me. I will look to my right and see Paul Jakobsen flying beside me.
Is that who Esther is?
They will leave white lines carved into the air to reach the mainland.
What's happening?
Where help will be sent.
What? No, whoa, 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 whoa. Easy. 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 Tease it. No. Okay, my stomach just fell through the floor. Not good with heights. He's gonna make a mess of himself. Please don't land on the cliff. That would be painful. Because it might not be instantaneous death. Wow. Wow. Oh, there's a bird. What? What? I'm still not controlling this. Am I a paper plane? What was that? What did I just hear? Esther, come back. Come back, Esther. So, were we a man contemplating suicide after the loss of his wife? Who had a car crash on the M5? Light from heaven. Yeah, I'm definitely a seagull now. You just saw that shadow again, even though the moon is over there and that shadow doesn't actually make sense. It's fine. Seagulls do what they want. I feel like I'm responsible for Esther's death now. And therefore responsible for my own death. That was unexpectedly deep. He said goodbye at the end? Wow. That was very intense. Not entirely sure what I just played through. But, this is DanilROC. That was Dear Esther. Thanks for watching.